Hey guys, I'm Sonika. Today I'm gonna share with you 20, 25, 30, 50 tips for portrait photography. It's gonna be long but concise. So let's get started. If you like my video guys, give me a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And now enjoy the video. Hey guys, I'm Sonika. Today I'm gonna talk about portrait photography. And this has been a genre I always wanted to take up but was always procrastinating. But finally I have started some little portrait photography experiments and I'm gonna share my learnings with you today. And so let the 50 tips for portrait photography begin.
Get inspiration. Other photographers' work is great for ideas and inspiration. Google, Instagram or Pinterest are great places to start. Check your gear, check the batteries, reformat your cards, test fire every camera and lens combo to make sure you are ready for everything that comes your way. Shoot in RAW. The RAW file contains more data than is represented on the back of the camera screen, and you have much more flexibility with editing. Set low ISO. For the ISO, set it as low as you can to avoid excess noise in your photos. Go for somewhere between ISO 100 to 400. Set the right aperture. When shooting portraits, it's best to set a wide aperture around f2.8 to f5.6 to capture a shallow depth of field. But if you find that with such a wide aperture, a part of your subject's face is out of focus, please set it to the value needed to bring your subject in focus. Focus mode. Use single point focus here, not zone or multiple points. Do not let the camera choose what to focus on for you. Learn about composition. By learning some composition techniques, you will stop yourself from taking photos without first thinking about what you are clicking and how you want to arrange the elements in the photo. Looking room. Place the subject on one side of the image and have them look into space towards the other side of the frame. This creates room for the gaze of the subject. Fill the frame. Zoom way in on the subject's face, eye or hands. Filling the frame shows great detail and will set your photo apart. Use the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds urges you to position your subject along a 3x3 grid. It can often be helpful to put your portrait subject's eye along the top third grid line of your image. Keep samples. Have sample photos printed out and saved on your phone to remind you of your desired output. Use natural light. The preferred choice would be a large window that receives a lot of natural light, preferably in direct sunlight. Understand light. Find out about hard light and soft light. Although soft light is ideal for portraits, hard light can give high contrast and can be dramatic. Use off-camera flash. One of the advantages of using flash when shooting on location is that they are small and portable yet powerful enough to light a good portrait. Broad and short lighting. Broad lighting means the main light illuminates the side of the face that is turned towards the camera. Short lighting means the main light illuminates the side of the face that is turned away from the camera. Use your legs. Before you take a photo, spend some time walking around to see which angles look best so you get the most interesting perspective. Sharp eyes. When photographing people, you will almost always want to place emphasis on their eyes. You could have the perfect composition, exposure, but if the eyes are not sharp, the entire image suffers. Fill the shadows. The main light is the dominant light in the setup. You can set up a second light, usually at a lower power, to light areas not lit by the main light. Use a reflector. If you only have one flash like me, you may use a reflector to fill the shadows of your portrait. You may buy a 5-in-1 reflector or simply use a large sheet of white cardboard. Mind the background. Look for a non-distracting background and blur this by using a large aperture. You don't want things in the background poking out of your subject's head. Capture a sense of scale. To capture a sense of how big something is, emphasize scale by including something really small in the shot. Use negative space. In addition to the subject you are photographing, consider how the negative space, most often the sky, can be used as an additional part of your shot. Hairlight. Putting a flash or the sun behind the subject is perfect for making a model pop out of the background. Capture the environment. Give a sense of place to the portrait and tell the story of a person in the image and what they do. Frame expressions. Getting great expressions means taking a lot of photos and trying to stay alert when the perfect moment occurs. Change your angle of view. Don't take every photo at eye level. If you're photographing a child, get down to their eye level rather than looking down from above. Use color gels. Gels can help change the mood or alter the color temperature of your portraiture. Use them to add a bit of color and moodiness to your image. Keep it simple. Fumbling around with soft boxes and backdrops won't improve the photo all the time. Sometimes it's best to just sit down with a camera, a lens, and the subject being themselves. Pay attention to colors. By using colors that work with the background or your subject's skin tone, you will be able to make the subject stand out and draw attention to their expression. Choose your poses. Sit down and spend some time thinking of creative poses. And when you get out to shoot portrait photography, don't be afraid to try some new things. Vary your lens choice. Explore the effects of different focal lengths and lenses on distance, shape, scale, and perspective. Create contrast. Black and white are obvious contrasts, but you can also find more abstract contrasts such as rich and poor, old and young, ancient and modern. Go for black and white. Black and white eliminates the distraction of color and puts all the emphasis on the subject. Use foreground. Shoot through objects in your foreground like foliage or architecture for a more dynamic element to your composition. Introduce a prop. Props can add a sense of story and place to an image. They can be very simple objects we have at home like hats, jewelry, flowers, etc. Try a silhouette. The best time to shoot a silhouette is when the sun is low on the horizon and the shape of the model is clear and distinctive. Take vertical shots. Don't forget to vary the way you hold your camera so you get photos in both landscape and portrait orientation. Play with perspective. In some cases, you might find yourself shooting from above or below the subject's eye level in order to strengthen the portrait's feeling of vulnerability or power. Take lots of photos. You will improve as a photographer if you go out and take lots of photos. It also helps you try different settings and compositions with each frame. Experiment. Trying different settings and noting the results is a great way to learn. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They may just give you some interesting images. Shoot candidly. Ask your subject if you can shoot them at work, with family, or doing something that they love. This will put them more at ease. Obscure your subject. To add some drama, you can cover the face with clothes or hair, or you can use hats or scarves to cover the head. Develop a style. Try to develop your own style of photography so that people can recognize your photos even if they don't know you took them. Be creative. Test your limits and try to constantly come up with new concepts and techniques. It is only by pushing yourself that you will be able to take your work to the next level. Learn from your mistakes after every shoot. Instead of just throwing away the shots that don't look good, sit down and study every single one. Understand the histogram. You can study the histogram when you review your images, and it gives you idea of the amount of light and dark areas in the image. Edit your images. Retouching and enhancing your photos with editing software can give your scene the final look it needs. Show your work. Get useful feedback by showing your best images to your friends and family members and sharing them online. Print your images. It isn't always convenient to print photos, but it helps to see some of your photos printed large on the wall. Have a goal. Your photography goals can be short term, like only using aperture priority for a day, or long term, like getting published in a magazine.
So guys, I hope these tips are useful to you in your portrait photography. In case they are, give me a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below about what you wanna watch next on my channel. Share this video with your friends. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also turn on the bell icon to be notified whenever I post new videos. Here is my previous portrait photography tutorial. Please go check it out guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more such videos every Wednesday on my channel. Bye.